Welcome to Elite Expert Insider Podcast, where we will inspire, motivate, and educate entrepreneurs, innovators, and growth seekers. Brought to you by Elite Online Publishing, making the best and brightest in the industry #1 best-selling authors. 80% of people say they want to write a book. We're assuming that's the same for you. If so, contact us at www.eliteonlinepublishing.com and make your book a reality. Hey, it's Melanie Johnson along with Jen Foster for another great podcast. How you doing, Jen?
Doing awesome.
All right, so if you're looking about how to accomplish your goals, how to get more done, how to be maybe more productive, and make your business more successful. All right, these are 3 strategies that Jen and I have been using and discovered recently. We've been reading some great books, so we're going to talk about that today. So, but remember, subscribe to this podcast. Remember, and share it with your friends, all right? And one more thing, if you want to become a best-selling author, like all of our clients, we have over 50 clients, and 100% of them we have made #1 on Amazon. So contact us, Elite Online Publishing, and we would love to hear from you. All right, so let's get into it. Jen, tell me about the book that you've been reading lately and what you got out of it.
Yeah, I've been reading a couple different ones. So I'll start with the first one by, I think it's Jen Sincero. I think I say her last name right. It's called You Are a Badass at Making Money. And this book, I just really loved how she pretty much told you how it was, kept it real. And she let her personally, she speaks her own book in this, I listened to it on audiobook. And it had different mantras and different dedications you were supposed to read, declarations that you're supposed to say and read and write down after every chapter. And I think that really helped transform me for the last 3 months. Just saying those things, believing those things, and saying that those, and eliminating the words that you shouldn't say, like, I can't afford this, or it's too expensive. You say those kind of things all the time, and then you wonder why you're poor. So it's because you keep telling yourself that you're poor. So when you say those things like, I'm a badass at making money, and all the other declarations that Jen Sincero tells you in her book, it really changes the way you think and the way that you are processing things.
Yeah, it's that self-talk. I think we're all guilty of that. Sometimes when things don't go your way, you start saying, I can't. I just had a friend/client who is super, super successful. And then she's going into a different arena and then was saying, but why would someone believe me or read my book? And you've got to just put that out there, that you've got to just have that confidence and not, I said, we got to change the question. It's like, why would somebody want to read my book? It's like, well, why wouldn't somebody want to read my book, right?
Right.
And so it's changing those words and having that positive attitude. I've been reading 10X by Grant Cardone, listening to the audiobook on that this week. And I really love what he was talking about, taking massive action. There's those people who just sit back and let things happen to them and they don't do anything. That aren't going to be successful. There's the people who are average, right? They're taking average action. So they're getting average results. He says, those are the worst. The people who just take average action, they're kind of in this purgatory. Like they never get ahead. And then they're like, oh, life sucks because I'm not doing this. And they're just, being the victim. And I love what he said about being the victim. He said, you don't have to ever be the victim. So things happen to you that you can't control. Let's say your electricity goes off, you have no power. So here in Houston, it can be really darn hot if you don't have air conditioning. You're thinking, okay, my family's sweating. I can't open the refrigerator because there's no power. We have no lights, nothing to do. So he said, but you can control part of the situation. What can you control? That's the question you have to ask. He was saying, well, I could get a generator. If I have a generator, then when the lights go out, guess what? I can still work. I can still be on my computer. My family is still comfortable. So things that you can't control, you figure out what you can do to control. And he was saying, the other thing that you and I talked about recently was, you set a goal for yourself. So many people set a goal, you're going to make X amount of dollars per year, and then they realize they're not hitting their goal. So like, well, maybe instead of saying we're going to make $1 million this year, we'll say we'll make $500,000, right? Because we're not on our targets. Let's just lower our goal. And don't do that. So instead of lowering your goal, increase your action. Take massive action. So if whatever you're doing is not working and you're not reaching the goal that you want to do, then you need to ramp it up, get up an hour earlier, stay to work an hour later, or change your strategy. That's my key. I always tell my kids, if this isn't working, change the strategy. Jen, you and I do that all the time in our business. It's like, we know this is supposed to work, so we just have to come at it at a different angle. So just try. I tell my kids, it's like a Rubik's Cube, right? You're not getting it together, so you need to look around, all around, and keep trying different avenues to get all the colors to line up. And if you keep doing different strategies, eventually you'll do it.
Right. I love that. And to go along with the 10X, I've been reading that one as well. But to go along with that, I've been listening to Think and Grow Rich, just when I'm driving in the car, or different things by Napoleon Hill. And that book, he always does little nuggets, and sometimes they're not even highlighted. And they just, when you're listening to it, it just goes by so fast. And I even got out my book, my actual Think and Grow Rich book, to make sure, like, where does he say this? Because it's really small print. I have one of the first, not first editions, but one of the earlier editions. So it's really small print. Yeah. And he says in there, tell the world what you intend to do, but first show it. And I think that's
what does that mean?
Massive action. Like, it's the same as what you were just saying. Like, you have to take that massive action. If you're going to tell the world or that you're going to write a book, that you're an author, well, then do it, get it done, and take that massive action so that you can be a best-selling author, like our podcast we had last week with True Tamplin. He is a best-selling author, and he has amazing results from his coaching business and his speaking business because he took massive action. He got his book done, and now people are buying his book. So you have to take that massive action. You have to first show it. They want proof. You can tell everyone that you have properties or that you do real estate, but unless you can really show the proof, then they're not going to believe you, right?
That's so true. And one of the tricks that we use with our authors too is get the cover done right away to their book. So then they have the incentive. It's like, oh, there's the cover. They put the cover on social media for you, because we post on social media for all our authors. They're like, oh man, I'm really doing this. I'm really going to be publishing a book, because they see the cover. So take an action that puts something out there, physical, that people can see that you're actually going to do this. If you're going to be a real estate agent, start posting houses that you like, even if you haven't listed a house yet. Whatever your business is, start putting things out there into the universe that says that. And the self-talk, I think, is huge. I'm going to go back to that a little bit, because I know sometimes we all have just a block of where we're supposed to be. And we had our own coaching call, because we have our own coach that we deal with too. And we said, hey, sometimes we've struggled, sometimes we're doing great. We've got some good momentum. How do you keep the momentum? And the advice was, go back for the last year. What have you been doing to get here? So pick out those things that you think got you there, and you need to repeat them, right? Or do more of what you did, the things that worked, what you did. And another great piece of advice was that top 2%. They always talk about the 20% rule, the 80-20 rule, but I really think what they were saying is the top 2%. Take your top 2% of the most successful things that you do, whether it's clients or that segment of your business, and start to market to that percentage of your business and those clients. When you market there and take the massive action, so you want to take the self-talk, be positive, know that you can do it, and then the massive action supports that, and put that massive action towards the top 2% of what is giving you the best return on your time. And you're going to see everything multiply in a huge way. So, and don't get discouraged if you don't see it right away. I would say it's like planting the harvest, right? So first you have to, I'm redoing my vegetable garden right now for fall. So what we do is we've pulled all the dirt, we've kind of tilled it. Now we put all this fresh dirt in. So that's one stage. Then we are putting the seeds in, right? And they don't germinate right away. So you got to water them, you got to fertilize them, and then you've got to wait for them to start to poke up. And then it's not right when they poke up, they're going to have fruit. So you have to keep doing that and watch your garden grow, and then the harvest is going to come in. So, and the other trick is like rotate your planting. plantings, right? So
Yeah.
same thing. So you've got to keep the new people in the mix. So you've got the harvest here, but then you need to start a new field to plant that, so it's ready when the other one is done harvesting. So keep that massive action going.
I love it. Lots and lots of massive action. So
Yeah.
I'm doing a marketing training class right now, and it's actually one of my authors who's teaching the class, Michael Huggins, and he's challenged us to read another book, which I challenge you to read because it's a really short read, and it's As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. And we had to write a little like essay about like what we thought it meant. And it's interesting because that book really is similar to everything we've just been talking about this whole time. So it's what you think about, right? Comes about, right? So if you think that you can't afford it, you won't be able to. If you think you're a badass at making money, then you're gonna make a lot of money because you're a badass at it, right? So one of the things that I put in my essay was back when I was 29 years old, I just felt like it was like the best year ever and everything was gonna go right for me. And I kept just saying how I'm so lucky and I have everything, and I started winning everything. I won a trip to Moab from the radio station, and with it came 2 bikes. I won tickets to Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld. I just started winning all these things. And yes, I was taking massive action because I was entering these contests. But at the same time, like I had small kids and I just kept saying everything's going right for me. I won ski trips. I got ski trips that year. Trying to think all the different things I won. I entered to win a contest for losing weight and I won that and got a trip to Cabo. Like there was so many things that year that I won, and it was because of my mindset. It was because I was thinking that this was the best year ever, and I was thinking that I win everything and I'm so lucky. It's pretty funny. I even went and I get all excited about it. I had a chance to win $1 million with this contest where you had to show up for, you might remember this, it was called the Ricola contest, and it was the cough drops, Ricola. I don't know if you have those cough drops, but it's like a yodel. They go Ricola, like that. Anyway, you had to show up at these different locations where they were going to have this contest, and you didn't know who the person was, but a person was going to walk by in this certain area and cough. And if they coughed, then you had to hand them the cough drop. And if you were the one that handed them the cough drop, then you would win $1 million. Well, we went to this place. We went to like 4 different places, and finally the one I got the cough drop in the girl's hand, so I got the chance to win. But it was like a chance to win, so I didn't win the $1 million, but I had to draw from this other thing, and then I won $1,000. But that was still really awesome. I won. So it was just that mindset of thinking I can do it and I can win.
Yep, so true. So remember to take massive action. Remember to have great self-talk, right? And remember to set your goals high too. Don't change your goals, change your action. So keep your goals high. And another secret that Jen and I have, which we have in our daily planner, is write your goals down every single day. Make a plan of action and stick to it. So in our planner, we say, here's our things, our goals, and then what are the actions we have to take to get to them. So we hope you have a super, super great day. And remember, if you want to write a book and become a bestseller and change your life and take massive action, do it with Jen and I at Elite Online Publishing. We've made over 50 authors. I think we're over 60 now. I need to change that. I think we're over 60 authors
for this year. We'll count them up.
Yeah. #1 bestseller. So we've been, one author asked us, well, how many of those have you made bestseller? I'm like, 100%. No way, 100%. I'm like, yep, you've come to the right place. So make sure you contact us if you want to write a book, and also make sure you subscribe to this podcast for sure. And we'd love to hear from you, and share it with your friends. Let them subscribe too. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. And if you want to check out our planners, just go to Amazon and type in Elite Daily Planner, or you can type in Elite Planners and they should show right up. Have a great day.
If you'd like to create the most powerful advertising tool for your business, contact us at eliteonlinepublishing.com, where we will help you create, publish, and make your book a #1 bestseller, and show you how to get new leads and more revenue for your business. If you'd like to check us out on our Facebook page, we have a free book for you as our gift. Just go and click free book. Remember to subscribe and leave a comment for our podcast. We would love to hear from you.